Well, good afternoon. We're going to nip indoors now. It's the inside part of the video. And you'll see a lot of classic cars in there and motorbikes. So we're having do a video of the inside of the buildings now. So do appreciate if you're coming along and watching my videos. If you haven't done already, think about subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost a penny and it makes it more visible for everyone to see. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy it, give it a thumbs up for me, would you? It'll make the channel more visible to more people, as I say. Anyway, let's get on with this inside of this video now, shall we? Cheerio for now.
Yeah, I will.
All Range Rovers,
That's a cigar box.
Morning! Oh, it's afternoon. It's afternoon, isn't it? Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now this is a lovely looking old girl. Who's this belong to?
Oh, that's rude.
Is it rude?
That was rude calling her a hoe.
Oh, I never said that, darling. You know I would never say that. She's a cheeky bear, isn't she? Eh?
I'm telling you.
Right. Who's it belong to then?
That belongs to you.
It belongs to you.
Yeah.
What series is it?
That's a Series 1, and it's a 1954.
1954.
Yeah, and it was given to me by my uncle, who had it for about 40 years.
Really? So he had it from new, did he?
No, it's 1954, so it was. He bought it to clear a bit of a debt. He liked the number plate,
Jack.
So for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And he bought it and or swapped it for this debt, and that was how he came to
And you
go on it. And then he's now in his 80s.
Yep.
And it's been sat in a bit of woodland that he owns for about 15 years. So it was all like branches all over it, and you know, ivy and all that sort of stuff. So we dug it out of there, and we got it sort of mechanically sorted out. And,
yeah, I've had Land Rovers. They take a bit mechanically looking after as well, don't they?
Well, they can do, yeah. Yeah, we just sort of
bring it along to shows. And
bring it along, do what we got to do.
And enjoy the weather. It's lovely weather today, isn't it?
It's not as cold as it thought it was going to be.
Well, that is true, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we're wrapped up, that's it.
Well, you are.
I was.
I'm not, I'm freezing.
No. Yeah, I should think you are. I was going to lend you a hat.
What's your name anyway?
Mine, Jeanette.
Jeanette?
Yeah, Taylor.
Taylor, from?
Yeah, from Sittingbourne.
Sittingbourne.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name as well.
Ian Bone.
You're from Sittingbourne as well?
I'm from Sittingbourne.
Yeah, I'm Carol Bone.
You're Carol.
Yeah.
I didn't call her a funny name either. So, what you got? Is this your
This is my one.
And what's your name?
I'm Charles Tassel.
Are you from Sittingbourne as well?
No, I'm from Oakham.
Oakham? Where's that then?
Previous director of the showground.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, just stood down after 9 years, and but keen owner of a Series 1.
Series 1. Now, same as this one, is it?
It's that's an 86 inch, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, this is an 88 inch, slightly longer body.
Right. Was that Army? Or, oops.
I think there was an RAF connection with this one.
Okay.
It's 1958. It's got a Massey Ferguson 65.
I like Massey Ferguson. I would have come to
diesel.
Talk to you then.
Perkins diesel. Yeah.
Oh, that's unusual.
It is very unusual. That wasn't fitted as standard.
No.
No, not at all. We had a funny Land Rover diesel.
Yeah, a petrol.
Yeah, they did start fitting a diesel into Series 1s, and they weren't very good.
Oh, okay.
So this being a Massey Ferguson 65, it doesn't rev a lot, but it's got loads of torque.
Well,
Yeah, so
a tractor engine.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
No, they're built for torque rather than speed.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
A bit like me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't you laugh.
Built for comfort, not for speed.
It's all the
That's
little
it.
innuendos,
Yeah.
man. It's like in with these 2 inches extra.
Yes. Well, it's not right, is it?
Anything else you want to say? No, you sure?
Quite
So I can point the camera, you won't get away. So did you, the canvas on top, was it with it when you
Yeah. I bought it about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Had to do a little bit of work to it, but not a lot, just a little bit of mechanic. It has a massive oil leak. They tend to get oil leaks for the transfer gearbox, and it was historic the amount of leak water coming out. Yeah, oil coming out. So got that sorted, and it's been really reliable.
Let's have a look inside. Can we get open the door?
Yeah. So yeah, there we go.
Fairly basic.
Fairly basic.
Oh, it's got a heater.
Cup. It's got a heater. I don't even know, but with the Series 1s, the doors just lift off. So that's easy access.
For the farmers, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're not easy going back on again,
No, not so easy going back on. No. There you go. Back on again.
Are you a member of the
Series 1 Owners Club?
Fantastic.
Yep.
Now they're quite
We'll have a look at the engine.
Oh, we'll have a look at the engine
And then the windscreen bolts down.
So you can take the top off.
Take the top off, and then you can fold the windscreen down, and it hook. There's a little bracket which hook on there.
Yeah.
And then so you can drive along with it, and then you can take the top, because the tops and doors come off. So you can really drive along safari style.
Well, that's what they was, wasn't they? Used for a lot of safari size.
Yeah. So the history with this is when I've got a magazine from 1999, and someone went to a scrapyard to buy a gearbox for his Series 3 Land Rover, and he saw this pile of stuff in the corner, and he said to the owner of the scrapyard, "What's that pile?" And he said, "It's a Series 1 Land Rover." And he said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" It's all there, and he bought it for 50 quid.
Oh my God.
Brought it home, and this was the result. And he was going to do an overland trip to Syria. And he was going to do it in his Series 3, and he went, you know what, if I'm trying to emulate what they did in the 60s, I might as well do it in a Series 1.
Fantastic.
Only, he thought it's going to use a lot of petrol, and I've got an old Perkins diesel sitting in the corner of the yard, so he stuck the diesel in, so this has been to Syria and back. So, in principle, it's very reliable.
Now tell me, the grill on the front, they tell me that grill was used for above the campfire to cook doing or kilting on.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, I don't know whether that's true, but...
You used to lift it off,
yeah.
and you stick it on the campfire.
Like, you lift it off,
underneath the lights.
Yeah, and then it would just come out, and because it's just held in.
Yeah, just stick it on the campfire and cook your sausages on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks ever so much for giving us the time.
That's good.
What was your name again?
Charles Tassel.
And you're from?
From Oakham.
Oakham. Yeah, thanks for your time, Charles.
Farm on the hill.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a look on the channel. It's on me back. Excuse me?
I was going to take a picture, but you got one, don't worry. I was going to take a picture of your jumper.
Why?
So I knew what your YouTube channel
Did you take a picture of my jumper, or shall I give you a card?
Go on, and do that, yeah.
Take care.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Are we all well?
Yeah.
Are we all warm? No.
Never warm here.
Never warm here. It was an airfield.
Yeah, well, fair
So
enough.
that's why it's at the top of an hill.
Sun's nice though.
Yeah.
Sun's nice. Where's that sun? Oh, it's up there somewhere, isn't it? So you're a big family or just know each other?
Just know each other.
And you're all into what? Land Rovers or cars or what?
Land
Rovers.
Land
maybe,
Rovers. Yeah. What, Mark 1s or Series 1s or what they're called?
Series 1s, 2s,
Series
yeah.
Introduce yourself, Sid. What are you?
Barbara,
Barbara.
John, Richard,
Sue, Hazel, Laura.
Sean.
And you're from Kent?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're mad on Land Rovers, are we?
Yes. Yeah.
All mad on that. What about the girls? Are you mad on Land Rovers?
Yeah.
Or you just got to support them and say yes?
No,
you don't like them.
I'm going to support and say yes.
Oh, good girls. All right, then, well, have a lovely day. Enjoy the show and look me up on YouTube. See you later.
We should go on a different one. like once a year. So now I'm good for running on the 4-inch tournament. I've been driving.
You could get. Well, if you put anything that way,
Good afternoon. No. Alright. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
What are we? What club is this thing?
Full-side Valve Owners Club.
And I can see a lovely old is it full pops about and anglers, the original anglers?
Anglers, full pops, and they would be anglers and pops mainly.
Oh, okay. What sort of era would that be?
From about 1953 to 64. Roughly.
And you're a club, have you? Many members?
We're a nationwide club, but this is the Kent branch.
Oh, okay.
So,
and you've come here today on a lovely warm day, haven't you?
Of course we have.
And to show your vehicles.
It is always the warmest show of the year, being the first one. So
it's cold, isn't it? It's cold. The young lady in that car, it's so cold she don't even want to get open the door to leave.
No. Yes, it's every now and then we get in the car to warm up.
Do you want to just tell us about the difference between that full pop and what I had classed as a full pop, which is a sit up and beg type thing, isn't it?
Well, they're just different eras, really.
Show me them. Come out here and you can. Now, see, to me, that's the original full pop, isn't it?
That is the original full pop. Yeah.
Which was converted into hot rods.
That one's an Anglia, see, that one's a Popular.
So what's the difference between that one and this one?
Body shell. The body shell slightly different.
Really?
And the engine you got either a 6 or 8 or 10 horsepower engine, depending on what it is.
Now, of course, the Hot Rod boys, they put the old Rover V8 in them, didn't they?
They put the V8s and they put the 1600 cross flows and all sorts.
Yeah.
Really.
It's such, and they obviously jack the back up on them.
Well, you take the back axle off this, and the Jaguar back axle fits straight on it.
Yeah.
So that's why they put the Jag back axle on, or the big Rover V8 axle.
Oh, right.
Fit on almost straight away.
I mean, can you imagine back in the 50s? They was on the roads everywhere, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Is there many survivors?
Yes, quite a lot, to be honest. A lot of them are in this state, or that one. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many there are.
Well, when you're saying a state, I think it's in his working clothes, isn't it, really?
That one literally is the first day on the road in 41 years.
Really? Did you trailer it here?
No, it drove here.
Did it drive here as well?
And last night they managed to get the windscreen in and got the engine started, and they insured it yesterday, and this is the first day it's been on the road in 41 years.
Really? Now it's got funny wheels on it. Are they original?
They're original wheels.
They look like VW wheels.
No, they're the original wheels that would have been on it, because they were made with various different type wheels.
Okay, and the Ford Angler next door, let's have a look.
Yeah.
That's obviously been done up. Is it a longer body on the Ford Angler?
No, just you just got slight variations. Like this one's got indicators on the side, whereas that one hasn't, or it might have a slightly different engine. I don't know.
Are they the vents on the side, like the air vents down there?
They're air vents. That's how you get a bit of air inside the car.
Really?
You pop them open from the inside. There's a little lever.
Oh, is that?
And they flap open.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Now this round tank I can see on both. This one's painted red and that one's black. What's that all about?
That's a vacuum tank.
Oh, right.
The window wipers are worked by vacuum.
Okay.
Yeah. Same as they are on my one. That's mine, the blue and white one.
Right. We'll get to that in a minute.
That's got a vacuum tank in it.
Okay.
So basically your engine
So it sucks it from the carburetor, does it? And it vacuums the tank?
Yeah, vacuum the air. It spins the air into the vacuum tank.
Yep.
And then as soon as you put your wipers on, the pressurised air moves the wipers.
Oh no!
Until
really?
you come to a hill, and then they virtually stop because the engine takes the power to go up the hill,
Yep.
so you don't get the power in the vacuum. So your wipers all slow almost to a stop until you speed up again.
That's fantastic. I just love that
They're all
because.
3-speed boxes.
Yep.
Only the very late ones 4-speed box, but most of them are all 3-speed.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, fantastic, lovely. Well, show us your one now. Then, now, my brother used to have one of these, and he'd done it up to an hot rod, I can remember.
Yeah.
Lovely looking car again. My dad had one many moons ago.
Yeah, well, that's the 100E. That's the 103 that bizarrely the numbers went down as they got newer.
So that'll be what, 50s?
That's probably a late. They did make. There was a crossover period for about 2 years where they do both body shells.
Yeah.
But that stopped in about 57, 58.
Yeah.
And these started 58 through to the early 60s.
That's probably why I like them, because it's my age. Full popular.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, these ones are particularly weird. I used to go on my brother's one. It was a particularly weird to drive because you felt like you was.
These were the first Fords that had independent suspension.
That's it, and they sort of wobble all over the place, didn't they?
You say they wobble, but in actual fact the body shell stays level and the wheels move.
Really?
Because it's the first Ford that was ever made with independent suspension, so each wheel can go up individually, as opposed to, because these are on a fixed bar.
Fixed
The
spring.
suspension goes left to right on them. So
okay.
yeah, whereas these are independents.
Okay. How long have you owned this one for then?
5 years.
5 years. Was it in that condition when you
No,
bought it?
no. It was a shed when I got
Stand
it.
in front of it. Be proud of it.
It was a shed when I got it. It had no insides. I pulled it out of a garage of an old chap. He was a car sprayer, and the last car he sprayed before he retired was this one.
Right.
And then he put a sheet over it in his garage and left it there for 20 years. And then I bought it off of him.
So you can still find them then?
Yeah, you can still find them.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have thought they'd either been scrapped.
We had a chap come up a little while ago, and he said, "I've got one of these." He said, "in a barn." He said, "Do you know anyone who wants it?" He said, "You're welcome to come and give me a price on it."
Really, I bet you was fighting for it, weren't you?
Well, we don't know what condition it's in, but we all said, "Well, we'll take your number and we'll go and have a look." So it'll be a day trip to go and have a look at it.
Why not? Why not? So, what sort of size engine in it then?
It's a side valve engine. All side valve engines are 1072cc.
Well, they call it 1100, I suppose.
They call it 1100, but it's a 1072cc. That's what a side valve engine is.
Yeah, it's amazing. When I used to run marathons, they used to say, "How far is a marathon?" I said, 26.2 miles. I said, "Really?" And you walk away and said, "Well, how far is a marathon?" You think, 26.2 miles.
Yeah. Don't forget the point two.
Yeah. But yeah, it's lovely. I love the colours. You've done it in was there original colours?
The blue is the
cream is.
The cream is similar to what it would have been the original colour. It's not quite the right shade, but I'm not a perfectionist.
No.
I like what it looks like. So.
Is the door open?
No, it's not actually. I don't think so.
Well, I can just.
No, it's locked. Can be opened if you want.
Yeah, if you wouldn't be so kind. And show us the engine as well, if you could. The Deluxe, popular Deluxe.
Yeah,
now that must have cost a pretty penny back in the day.
It's got a heater.
Oh, heater.
Everything was extra. You paid extra for heater and a few other bits. That's not the
there's no steering lock on these, are there?
No, there's no central lock, no nothing like that.
Can you spring the bonnet?
I can pop the bonnet on for you.
Oh my life. What a lovely looking lamp. See, that's Fulsom colours, Fulsom tractor colours. That
is actually.
Flatted. Jesus. I didn't know they come with flatted.
Well, that's because it's a side valve engine.
Of course, it's a bit of a giveaway now, isn't it?
Yeah, so the valves go sideways rather than up and down, so you don't need the top, whereas you've got a head.
Easier to maintain then?
Yeah, it's easier to maintain, yeah. I mean, so the head on these is literally only that little bit.
Yeah.
As opposed to what you'd have on a head on a normal car.
With all the rockers and everything.
Yeah, because it goes out the side.
Well, I appreciate your time. Tell us your name.
No problem. Name's John.
John, and you're from?
Strood.
Strood.
Yeah.
Cheers, John. Thanks for your time.
No worries. still park up around that.
Cheers,
And he opened the bonnet. I mean, he must have opened it that way, I didn't realise. And it was just all snow in there. Yeah, because it had all come up from underneath. He'd driven home or something, loads of snow had come in. So cold, it stayed like that. And where the engine had heated, it like froze onto ice.
But like the back door is like that much thinner in it.
Yeah.
So you push a new door in and it fucking sticks out like a sore pump.
Good afternoon, guys. Are these your vehicles?
No. Yeah.
No, yeah.
He's got a green van.
It's got all the vans, has he?
I'll just hear this one.
Just that one. Tell us, now, it's got... It's a full Thames. It's not a full Thames. Is it a full Thames?
Yes, full Thames, yeah.
But not an Angler?
No, because they were called full Thames when they first come out.
Ah,
And
okay.
they would later on branded the Angler the same as the car.
Oh, right, because you know, you look at the Ford Anglers,
Yeah.
iconic looking car, because they're all on the films these days, aren't they? And,
That's right.
But I can remember racing them round
So
Crayford.
you were one of them that destroyed them.
Destroyed them. With
Yeah.
well, they was 1200. They was in the 1200 group. So
Yeah.
you know, lovely engine.
Yeah.
You could basic, but that's how we like our stuff. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Have you done this one up yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself, yeah.
Really? Tell us your name and where you come from.
I'm Andrew Sales, I'm from Tunbridge.
Tunbridge, brilliant. And so, at what conditions was it when you got hold of it then?
It was rotten,
Rotten.
completely rotten, yeah.
Really? Did you have to buy panels or did you make the panels?
No, panels, I had to buy them. It's left over.
Easy to come across?
They're getting harder now, but when I did this about 5 years ago, they weren't too bad. I managed to find a club members had them. So
Yep.
it's had new wings, it's had new front panel, new seals, inner seals, rear panel.
Oh my God.
So
It's a labour of love then.
labour of love.
How long did it take you to do?
It took me about a year.
Right. Oh, not that long. I was expecting like 10 years service.
No. It took me, I was waiting for the paint to be done. That took the longest bit.
Really? Did you spray it yourself or
No,
did you have
I
someone?
didn't. I had someone do it for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, even had windows in the side, and I managed to find the panels and re-blank the windows in and everything.
Really?
So, yeah.
Now, to say the full Thames, I can remember the full Thames truck.
Yep.
Now, I didn't realise the old Anglers were called the Thames as well.
First of them were, then they went on to the Anglia after that.
Yeah. Can you show us the engine on it?
Yeah.
Pop the bonnet for us. I'm going to go inside next. It must be warmer in out here. Smashing. That's the original engine as well, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the heater box.
Heater box, yeah.
For a commercial, that must have been a bit of an extra jobby on a commercial.
Yeah, it was, yeah. It was a lot too extra, even like the sun visor and the passenger seat.
They didn't always come with wing mirrors either, did they?
No.
God, it looks so nice. You must be very proud of it again. Let me come around that side. Let's have a look at that side again. It's warm on that side. The sun's out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like your little breather on the top of it. That's a nice little. That's an. You obviously added that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
That's right.
Hold on. Yeah. What's your name and where you come from again?
Andrew Sales, I'm from Tunbridge.
Thanks for your time. Cheers,
All right,
matey.
No problem.
Cheers, fella.
Ruby Sisters, and we are a close harmony singing quintet from Tenterden, in and around Tenterden. Today we're going to be doing some old classic songs for you and some modern ones with a vintage twist. So we hope there's something for everybody. Okay, without further ado, let's take it away. Right? Take it away, Thomas. With my high starched collar and my high top shoes and my hair held high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my aunt instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yarn, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Sing, sing, sing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brakes. Thump, I could feel the car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Flop, flop, flop went the wheels. Stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. Just as if it were planned. He stood on with me and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine till the end of the line. Come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band. Come on and hear, it's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you wanna go to war. It's just the bestest band what I am. Oh Hardy Lamb, come on along, and let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, he's the leader of the band. And if you want to hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on and hear, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on and hear, come on and hear. Dooby 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 doo. Come on along, and let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, he's the leader of the band. And if you wanna hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band. Hotcha.
Good afternoon, girls. What a fantastic show you've just put on for us. Tell us your names, or any chance.
I'm Kate.
I'm Karen. I'm Tina. I'm Marion. And I'm Tracy.
And what are you called?
The Ruby Sisters.
Thanks for your time, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Okay, well that song we just done was the superstar that was Judy Garland. So without further ado, let's sing.
Good afternoon, guys. Your Cosworths?
Yes. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
This is my one.
That one's yours. Whose is that one?
Mine.
That's yours, and you are the father.
It's 2000, yeah.
Right, now, all squeezing together and tell me why you like Cosworths. Come on, get in shot. Because they are a sought after car, but a lot of them today are a bit rotten, aren't they? They take a lot of work to build.
Constant maintenance. But it's worth it. It's well worth it.
Well, I'll tell you, let's start with, what is your name and where are you from?
Matthew, I'm from Kent, Gillingham in Kent.
Gillingham in Kent?
Not far to come.
Stuart, I'm from Bexley in Kent.
Just up road from me, Welling.
Danny, I'm from Sittingbourne.
I've seen you somewhere before. Was you at Boxer or something?
I might have done a little bit at some point.
Right, so we're back to the Cosworths now. Now I've had a quick look at the engines now. Now they don't come in this condition, do they? They are hard work. Unfortunately, this era cars, there's no primers or anything like that on them. They just off the production line, straight into a dip of paint and out the door, weren't they? Really, they weren't nothing special about
back in the day.
Yeah. So what did you? Let's start with you. What did you have to do to yours?
So this has had a full engine bay restoration.
Can I squeeze past that? Full engine bay restoration. Yeah.
So everything taken out. Engine rebuilt top to bottom, turbo reconditioned, new airbox, new hoses, new washer bottle, new power steering bottle. Basically, it's all brand new.
Gearbox, transmission, all good.
Gearbox out, all repainted and rebuilt.
Really? It's a passion then.
Yeah.
Have you got a girlfriend, or is this your girlfriend?
No, I have got a girlfriend.
You have got a girlfriend.
Very understandable girlfriend.
I was going to say, you need a very understanding girlfriend, didn't you? Yeah. So, if you had to put a price on it, not what it's worth, what it's cost to put in back this condition, is it worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Definitely worth it.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So, price-wise, because I know they go for like 30 grand now, don't they?
Yeah, minimum really. Yeah.
Minimum. So you would say, what's it, in the higher 30s, 40s, would you say?
I'd say high 30s.
Really? Yeah. So you got it insured anyway, obviously.
It's all insured, yeah.
Fantastic. And what sort of, I mean, I'm into tractors myself, so what sort of engine would that be? It's a Cosworth engine, obviously.
It's a 2 litre turbo engine.
Okay.
This engine came in various, that's a 2-wheel drive car, this is a 4-wheel drive car.
Oh, okay.
They came in the 3-door Sierra Cosworth for the whale tail, the RS 500s, Escort Cosworths.
Yeah.
This is the 2 litre YB engine. Basically.
Okay, and they used to come with a funny fin on the back of them or something, didn't they?
That was the 3-door, the shape before the Mark 1 Sierra. Had the whale tail on the back, yeah. Okay.
Well, let's get to this chap here. Where's your one?
This white one over here.
The white one. So did you restore this from new as well, did you?
Yeah, some of it I did. I've completely stripped down to a complete bare shell.
You're standing right in the light here, can you come over here? That's it, I can see you now.
Get me good side, yeah?
Yeah, good side. Have you got one? Hold on.
Oh yeah. It's there, look.
Yeah, behave, they're covered.
Yeah, completely stripped it down to bare shell. Had it all sandblasted, all new primer, paint. It needed minimal welding.
Minimal welding?
Minimal welding to the seals. It's been dry stored all of its life, so I was lucky, it was a very lucky find.
Yeah.
The engine was completely rebuilt. We found a new 200 block and we found a brand new head. It's got all uprated internals, I won't go into too much detail. It's got a Link Monsoon ECU management kit, conies and Armid Bayou springs. Turbo's been rebuilt as well, roller bearing upgrade. It's running around about 350 brake on 0.5 bar of boost at the moment, so almost no boost because I'm a big fairy. It's 2-wheel drive, there's no traction control on these old beasts, so when the back end wants to go...
Oh, good for what they do that funny racing, didn't they? Where you the back end.
I call it trying not to die.
Yeah.
But it's also called drifting.
That's drifting, that's the fella.
This one, it likes to drift at random.
Really? So you don't take it out in the winter time then?
No, this is rare that I come out this time of year, and I drive very slowly here. And, but in the summer, I'll be getting the boost turned up on it, and should be good for 400 to 450 brake.
Get it dynoed or something, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this an added thing, or did you put
Yeah,
that on
that's
this?
added.
Support the legs, obviously.
Support the suspension legs and everything.
Yeah.
No point putting them in the rear because all the support's underneath.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, put in the front just a bit of structural stability. It's had drill-proof discs and pads, upgraded pads. There's loads of things on it. Air injection. It's got the RS 500 intercooler and the rad. The Sampo hoses all that.
Fantastic. It's a lovely looking car. You must be very proud of it.
Yeah, it's took a long time.
All coloured bits and pieces, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all nicely coloured.
So thanks again. I'm going to have a quick look inside it.
Go to the side.
Did they originally come with bucket seats?
Yeah, the original cars.
Really? Right. I was just saying I'd speak to the bald-headed man, but he might be.
Could be any of us.
Right, where's your one then?
The RS 2000.
The RS 2000. Let's have a look at that then. Now it's got an oil pan underneath, does it?
No, well we got told when we park inside here, we had to have a drip tray.
Stand in front of it because I can't see you. So your name was, I've forgotten your name. Danny. So how long have you had this car for then?
Only about 4 years.
Oh, right.
It took me 2 years to build it though.
Really?
Yeah.
So was it a box of bits or something when you got
No, it was I won't say a complete car, but it was there, but Haynes of Maidstone had it.
Oh yeah,
Haynes of
the
Maidstone,
agricultural
they Haynes of Maidstone completely stripped it down, bare shell, new inner wings, outer wings, completely rebuilt it, had the interior retrimmed, literally completely back to nothing, and built it back up again.
Fantastic. Now, is it original engine in it and all that?
Original engine. What's not original is the twin 45.
Yeah, the Webers, are they Webers? Yeah.
The twin 45s, that's the only thing that isn't original. Everything else is original.
The engine base in good condition as well. It's not rock.
It was complete bare metal respray.
Oh, right.
So yeah, everything's completely everything.
Was the panels all good, or did you have to buy new panels?
So what it was, because of the nose cone, the condition the car was in when I bought it, we ended up cutting the outside wings off, so we didn't damage the nose cone because they're really hard to get hold of.
Oh, okay.
So, and the outer wings you can buy panels, you can buy the outer wings. So.
Oh, fantastic. They've got a bit of the old Ford Anglia bit at the back there, haven't they? Yeah. Let's have a look inside it then. Is it open? Oh, that's a lovely door, isn't it? Lovely and heavy.
All the interior's been retrimmed.
Try not to hit your mate's car next door. Fantastic. Absolutely stunning looking of a car.
Thank you very much.
And tell us your name again.
Danny.
And your car is?
RS 2000 Mark II.
Thanks for your time.
That's right.
Cheers, Danny.
What are you going to do with the footage, mate?
I'm going to throw it away when it comes out. Tell us your name again before you go.
Stuart.
And yours was the RS, yours was the white one.
The two-wheel drive RS Cosworth, yeah.
And yours was, and your name is?
It's Matthew. That's a four-wheel drive Sapphire Cosworth.
I appreciate your time, guys.
No worries.
Thanks ever so much. Be on YouTube. You look a bit lonely there. What's the matter with you?
That's right, there's some rest of them over here, look.
Oh, they're sitting over there, enjoying the sun. It's freezing out there, isn't it? Whose is this?
This is mine.
It's yours. Tell us a little bit about it. What is it?
Alfa Romeo 4C.
Alfa Romeo 4C.
Yeah.
So I love the matte finish of it. Yeah. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, this is what they call a launch edition. And this is 318 of 500. So, and the launch editions only came in some limited edition colours, including this one. I was going to buy a red one.
Really? It's like pearlite.
Yeah, Carrara matte white. It's a pearlescent matte white.
Yeah. Sorry, can you go that side because the light's that side? That's better. I can see it there.
Yes, Carrara matte white, a pearlescent kind of finish.
Yeah.
And the launch edition, which this one is, had all these kind of extra carbon fibre bits in, so you can see like the carbon fibre headlight surrounds, wing mirror, and the boot spoiler.
Yeah.
I bought it in 2014, and Alfa Romeo have stopped making them now.
Oh, really?
So it's a kind of new old, for want of a.
This is not your everyday runner, though, is it?
No, I've got a big dog and a partner, so my everyday car is a Skoda. And you can't fit the dog in here.
No.
But yeah, and it's a lovely thing. It's very quick. A lot of people ask me. They think it's got a V6 engine in it, but it's actually a 1750 turbo.
So it's only a 4-cylinder?
It's only a 4-cylinder, but the whole car weighs less than a tonne. Because if you come and have a look inside,
it's all carbon fibre, I suppose.
Yeah, you can see you sit in this carbon fibre tub, and then all the body panels are composite. So it's very, it's Alfa Romeo set out to build a car that was very lightweight. And you can't open that front bonnet, that's sealed shut.
No, really?
All in the name of weight saving. So if you want to top up your washer fluid, you have to take out that little grill in there, and in the boot they give you a little funnel and a tube to help you do that.
No, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
And my life.
Obviously the engine is...
It's in the back.
It's mid-engine.
Yeah, maintenance-wise, that don't look very easy to maintain.
It's not the easiest of things. And this is your boot space with all my junk in it.
See the dipsticks, so you can see that.
You can see the dip. Yeah, you can get at it. So that's the dipstick there, obviously. But from a maintenance point of view, though, one of the easier things is because it's polycarbonate, all these panels bolt off. Okay. So one of the things I've had done to it, which they recommend you do, because it's a carbon fibre tub, there's lots of bolts holding it together. So one of the maintenance things they recommend every sort of 4 years is you have all the bolts tightened up. So I had that done. So they literally take all, so you end up with a bare chassis. And then they tighten everything, and I had the cam belt changed at the same time.
It's a lovely look. If you look down that side there.
Yeah. Well, and the design, there's a lovely design that Alfa Romeo produced that come with it. That show all the kind of design accents, and it kind of more, so there's a bit of Lotus Elise in there, a bit of Lancia Stratos, which is, as a kid growing up in the 70s, if I had the money, I'd have one of those, and you can actually see that in the window. The sort of shape in the window.
It's got a racing car look to it.
Yeah, it's got all these different kind of accents.
The 24-hour race, what's that called?
Le Mans.
Le Mans, that's the one. It looks like that sort of Le Mans.
The book shows and talks to the Italian designers about how they went about it, and all the different bits of Lotus Elise, as I say, and things like that in it. Yeah, and you can look at it from different angles, as you say.
Every angle you look at it makes you go, wow, doesn't it?
Yeah. And there are because of the paint as well. There was a lady here, and she kept touching it. She's just going, it's so lovely.
Yeah, you can let the ladies do it.
No, don't let the blokes do it.
No. It's a lovely looking car, and you must be very proud of it.
Yeah,
And what year would it? 04, is it?
No, that's a personalised plate.
Right.
But it's 2014.
Oh, okay.
First registered in May 2014.
And you had it from new, did you?
No, I was the second owner of it. I bought it from a dealer up in Harrogate. I went to Geneva to the motor show when they launched the 4C, because being a big bloke I wanted to make sure I could get him one.
Yeah.
And I worked out that the exhibition centre at Geneva is kind of right next to the airport, so I literally got on a plane, I went and back in the same day. Went up and saw one and got in it and thought, I was going to buy a red one, as you do with an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, but red is associated with Ferrari.
Well,
you want to be a bit different.
And I saw this and thought, yeah, I've got to get one of those. And so I just kind of hunted around. This one came up for fairly good money up in Harrogate, so I phoned them up and I hired a car, and I went up in the hire car, stayed in a B&B overnight, they picked me up and I bought it and drove it back.
Now, I'm going to ask the rudest question that
How much does it cost? Everything?
No, don't be offended. It's just for my sanity. If you had to put a price on it now, what would it be worth? If you had to insure it tomorrow, what would it be worth, do you think? Is it a house on wheels, basically? That's what I'm saying.
It's not as bad as you think. It's not that expensive to insure. It cost me less to insure than my Skoda does. I mean, I'll tell you, I paid about 50 grand for it. I wouldn't know what it's worth now.
Well, as it gets older, it gets better, surely.
And they've stopped making them, so there will be a rarity factor to it. I mean, a lot of people, when they bought them, particularly the launch editions, put them in garages. When I was looking to buy one, to buy this new, I think it would have been about 57 grand, something like that. People, I saw them up for sale for 65, 70.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not too bad, because I looked at a Land Rover, the new Land Rover Defender, and that's 71 grand.
Yeah, well there you go. Yeah.
To me that means nothing.
Yeah.
Because it ain't got no style about
This
it
is
at
mini
all.
supercar.
It is, isn't it?
You know, if you want a car with carbon fibre.
The ultimate toy, the way I look at it.
Carbon fibre, Lamborghini, McLaren, that kind of thing. There's not many people make a car, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
It's definitely my cup of tea and a lovely car. If I weren't into tractors, I'd be into this.
And it makes a lovely noise as well. That's the other thing. When you drive,
can't hear it here, can we?
and when you drive it on the overrun, you know, that's my phone making a noise.
Listen, I won't stop you. What's your name again?
I'm Chris.
Chris
Francis.
And you're from?
I am from the Isle of Sheppey, Lansdowne-on-Sea, just up the road.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Cheers,
enjoy
fella.
your tractor. See you
Thank
later.
you. Your phone's gone off there. Whose car's this? Anyone's car? Your car. You want to have a chat about it at all? Right, tell me your name and what car you got here and where you're from.
I'm from Westmoreland, my name's Barry, and this is a Mark 1 Triumph GT6 1968.
And was it in this condition when you bought it?
No, it was a basket case. It's been restored, and it's been re-restored over the last 7 years. And it's been down to completely down to bare metal. All the panels have been replaced on it. Everything's basically been rebuilt, every nut and bolt, every bush, everything's been done in it.
That's
a 7-year period.
Can you put a price on how much this cost you to do?
I've not totaled the bills up yet. It's been valued by our Triumph Club, 28,000, and I'm told that's conservative, but it goes for another valuation,
I mean, if the viewers can see it up close and personal like I can see it, it's like stunning. It really is. The white is so white, if that's not a word to say.
It's actually an off-white.
Is it?
It's Ford Davos white. It's got a slight. It's actually got a slight pink tinge to it.
And then the wheels. Let me just show the wheels. Not the neck stars, but it must take a lot of time polishing.
Chrome spokes take a lot of cleaning when they get dirty, but so it gets used only on sunny days. We did have one show we went to where it rained from Maidstone all the way to Deal, and it took a long time to get clean again.
What about the underneath? Do you clean all that as well?
Yeah, that's all kept all clean. I've been looking at your BMW for you today.
Right, I've caught you down to sleep. Your car? 69 D? Like it? Was it in this condition when you bought it?
It certainly was.
Was it? You didn't do any work to it or nothing then?
I would hope not.
Sorry?
I said I would hope not. It was new.
Was it? Oh, it's brand new. You said you've had it from brand new?
Yes.
What's your name and where'd you come from?
Name's David. I come from Crawley. Crawley in Sussex.
Crawley, oh right, yeah. So tell us a little bit about the history of it. You've had it in your family all your life?
I had it all my life. It was a family car for the first 15 years or so. Drove it all over Europe.
If you really. How many miles has it done?
It's second time round the clock now.
Really? Lovely car, 1600 diesel. When I had a Cortina Mark II, but mine was only 1300, so I couldn't afford the insurance for the 1600 because back in the day, like insurance.
Back in the days,
yeah, no, it's a nice car. Same colour as my 1300 as well, so it's in immaculate condition. You can garage it, obviously. And wrap it all up warm in the winter.
It sits in the garage.
Does it?
But the garage
no ice problems or anything like that?
No, the garage is warm. It's integral garage with a house.
Oh, right. Okay, well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
And I'll see you again.
What's that going to be?
On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, I hope you're not going to show the bit where I'm asleep.
Excuse me?
I hope you're not going to show the bit where I'm asleep.
Might do. See you later. Cheers. You're in the warm, not outside. It's freezing out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So, this your car behind you?
That's mine, yeah.
Is it? Lovely. What is it?
It's a Daimler Conquest.
It's a what?
A Daimler Conquest.
Okay, sorry, what was your name? Where'd you come from?
Ken Blanchard. From Ashford.
And you are?
His wife.
His wife?
Heather.
Heather, thank you. So, have you had the car long? Has it been in the family long? Or?
No, had it since August last year.
Oh, okay. So, have you done any work to it, or did you buy it as is?
I bought it looking as it is, but I've also had to do an awful lot of small things to it. Yeah. They'd done all the big jobs properly, but lots of little niggly things.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic then. What's the age of the car?
It's 1955, so it's 45, 75, 76.
66.
Yeah, 50.
So I'm 63, so I must know about that.
Right, yeah.
So do you want to walk around it and tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. So, it's a Daimler.
Yep.
You want to walk that side for me?
Yep. It's a Daimler Conquest, which was designed as a kind of a mid-range car, small mid-range car.
Middle class back in the day, would it be? Or
very, very definitely, yes.
Right, okay.
It was brought in at a price of 1066 pounds.
No, really?
Yes, and they say that's why it was called the Daimler Conquest.
Yep.
I don't know, a bit of a weak, bit of a tenuous connection there. But yes, it was a middle class kind of vehicle, and it became the biggest selling Daimler model that had been to that date. Later Daimlers built by Jaguar, of course, have sold in larger numbers, but this is made at the original Daimler work.
I was just about to say, can we look inside?
You can look inside, yes. It's nice, comfy.
Oh, it's got that lovely antique-y smell to it, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Nice comfy seats.
Yes, I can see that.
And it spent more than 10 years as a wedding car.
Really?
Which accounts for the cream interior.
Of course, yeah. So the interior is not original to the car, would you say?
No. And the last colour it was a deep magenta when it was part of a wedding fleet.
Let's see if I can get a close up of that. Okay, lovely.
But the original colour when it left the factory was grey.
Okay. So what made you buy it?
Well, I had a Lanchester, which is part of the same company. I had a Lanchester when I was about 18, 19, which I bought in a pretty much worn out condition, but I had a lot of fun in it and I enjoyed it an awful lot. And I learnt to drive a pre-selector gearbox on that car, and when I was looking for a classic recently, I thought, well, I'll have another Daimler or Lanchester, yeah.
Can we have a look at the engine by any chance? Can you pop the bonnet? Oh, it's all original in it, even the airbox, isn't it?
Yes. It's not actually the original engine, but this was a Conquest Century, which had a 100 horsepower engine in it.
Right.
The trouble is, a 100 horsepower engine had an aluminium head on it.
They distorted.
And they distorted, and in those days, the antifreeze inhibitors weren't good enough, and so the alloy head used to rot.
Yeah, it used to eat it away, didn't it?
It got eaten away, and then you'd get leaks into the engine and the engine would be wrecked.
Gotcha.
And we believe that happened to this car, and we know it was in the hands of a museum at Edmonton, I think it was, for a while, and we think that they did some work on it, and they probably the custom was to look for the older cast iron engine and replace the aluminium head with the old cast iron one.
You can't fault the old cast iron really, in there.
So this is, it is.
You've still got the aluminium rocker cover, I can see.
No, that's a steel.
Oh, is it?
Steel cover.
It's got the regulator, the old-fashioned regulator.
Yeah, there's a dynamo and the old regulator. We got this model, later model, because it has a nice heater in it.
Yes.
And
it's sometimes better in air conditioning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially on the day like today.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks ever so much for letting me see your car. And what's your name again?
Ken Blanchard.
And you're from?
Ashford in Kent.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, guys. You're all right?
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, all happy? Yeah. What cars you got on show for us today?
This one's mine.
This one, MG. That's his MG, and that's your. I do like the Vitesse. Sorry, if I had to buy one, it has to be the Vitesse. It's my girlfriend, now married to her, she had a Triumph Herald, and we had some great times in the old Triumph Herald. But lovely car. So what made you come to the show today? Did you go to all the shows, do you?
Yeah, I've been before.
Yeah. And you're inside, so it's nice and warm. It is absolutely bitter out there. Yeah.
I've been a couple of times before.
Have you?
So I was on the mailing list. So.
Oh, right. Does it cost more to be inside than outside?
No. I booked to go. Well, we just booked to come in, and when we got to the gate, the girl said, "Oh, if you want to go inside, turn left." So I thought you had to go inside.
So I'm sitting there. We've got three lovely. I'm going to walk around them anyway. Three lovely cars. Just what's your name, fellas?
Russ.
Russ. From where? From
Bexley.
Bexley.
Yeah.
I know Bexley. Wedding's close to me.
Mark from Deptford.
Deptford. I was born in Deptford.
And Chair from Sydney.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to walk around your cars now. Thanks for giving us a minute or two. Thanks, guys. Good afternoon. This is your car?
Yes, it is my car.
It's your car, is it?
It's my car.
That's telling me, isn't it? Right? So, I see you on the motorway coming down this morning. I noticed there's a dog in the back.
Yeah.
And your husband, is your husband here?
Yeah, he's out the front there.
He waved at me because I held
had a thing up. Yeah, he said you past that, yes.
So, Traveller.
Yes.
What do you like about the Traveller? Do you like it lots or?
Oh yes, she's my favourite baby.
Oh,
yes.
the camera went a bit weird. Go on.
Oh no, thank you. Yes.
Sorry, what's your name?
I'm Chris.
And you're from?
Cuxton.
Cuxton?
Yes.
My daughter lives in Cuxton.
Where she lives?
And my sister lives in Cuxton. My sister lives. Yeah, lovely little village. I waved to you earlier, didn't I? When I was just saying, I noticed a little dog in the back of the car. So this is your wife's car.
Program up for here, wasn't it?
Sorry?
You had the program.
That's
here
it.
in the window.
That's it.
Yes,
this is your good lady's car.
It was bought for my wedding anniversary. 45 years, Sapphire.
Okay.
Because he decided he had motorbikes, so I could have a car. I got dry and he got wet.
It's a lovely, even the woodwork. Have you done all the woodwork up yourself?
The woodwork was done. No, we didn't do it. We bought it fully restored, but the woodwork was all new. And it's ash and it's very expensive these days.
Yes.
But she's a lovely little goer. She's fun to drive.
Yeah.
And,
it's got that lovely moan to it, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, oh yeah, when
the
it
old
goes,
gearbox
when it goes,
moan.
I love that bit.
The overrun.
Yeah, love the flopper back. Yes, that's good. But,
Let's try and get both of you in the shot. Will I come round? Sit down. Sit down. That's better. Lovely couple. Okay. So, I didn't get your name.
Barry.
Barry. Now, you did. This is your wife's car.
Yes.
Your wife's there. I've forgotten her name already. Chris. But do you maintain it or does Chris maintain it?
He does the mechanics.
And you do the polishing. Good girl.
That's my job.
So, how long have you had it for?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Was it in this condition when you bought it?
Yes. Yes.
It was. Fantastic.
It had been restored, so we thought, right, okay, we bought it. Yes.
Tidied up the engine way better than it was. The wiring, we painted it.
And put a brake servo so I can stop.
Yes. The old brakes, they never used to stop very well, did
No,
they?
it was a case of hanging onto the wheel and pray.
Yeah, and brake as well at the same time, isn't it, eh?
Yeah,
It's looking really lovely. So you obviously keep it nice and clean, and you do the oils and the air filters and that sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
So,
and the gears.
garage stored, is it?
Yes, in the winter definitely. It is most of the time anyway. But in the winter she comes off the road. As soon as the salt goes down because of all
That's
the
it,
chrome,
yep.
she comes off.
Oh, fantastic.
She doesn't like being left on her own though. The more you use them, the better they like it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like us old men, isn't it? We like to be, you've got to keep moving, and you can't stop.
No.
Never retire. That's what I'm going to say, never retire.
Never, never, never.
Never, never, never.
No.
Well, it's great speaking to you, and I noticed you drove here because I followed you up the road. So it's nice to see the old girl still driving. And thanks ever so much. So it's Chris from Cuxton and Barry from Cuxton. Thanks for your time, appreciate it. Cheerio for now. Bye bye.
Back again.
What are you doing here?